Hello, are you seeing me? Hello. I don't know if this is working or not. Alright, are you hearing me? Is there stuff going on? Okay, yep, no. Hello. Are people seeing me? I don't know what's going on. Alright, that's really bad. I can't hear and see a thing, so I don't know what's going on, and it's all a bit confusing. I do apologise for the unprofessionalism. It's all a little confusing. Okay, so what's happening here? I'm a little bit behind on this. I'm alive. I don't know what's going on. That's confusing. Alright, so, how are you? Yes, I could be a filthy animal. No, I'm not a filthy animal. See, look, wet hair. I've just, I have just, oh, this is weird. This is too weird. I'm not really a filthy animal, am I? This is my coffee today. I'm having iced coffee because it's bloody hot. So there. Look, this. Nah, this is all a little bit weird. I've been alive for 4 minutes now, but I cannot work out how I can talk to you guys on this screen. And well, stuff it. I'll just keep going back. Keep going back to the screen, which is a little bit of a delay, and then we'll suss it out. So yeah, I decided to download OBS. I tried Streamlabs last night at about 9 o'clock, so about 12 hours ago I was downloading Streamlabs, and it took me probably about 2 hours before I could work out that I had no idea what I was doing, so I uninstalled it and thought that I might work it out, try another time, and then I downloaded OBS, which is seems a lot easier, but there are things that I don't understand, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. Now, no, I didn't want to do that. So, what do you guys see on the screen now? Yeah, look, it is a bad. It is shocking. Also, it's about October. Then you get. I don't know. Yeah. So what are you seeing? Yeah. Look, I don't think my phone's working, so I'm not going to try that. Alright, so you didn't see the phone come up. That's no good. Oh well. We'll get rid of that. Okay, yes, so I'm on IBS. I'm still not quite sure what's going on. I tried to hook up the phone and I tried to hook up the screen so I could show some things, but it's not gonna happen. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen at all. So, oh well. Life's a pain in the ass, isn't it? Okay, so this is very sorry. I must be getting old. So thank you everyone for your well wishes. I'm just going to have a look at this thing over here. So the last thing someone said is everyone's saying hello to each other, and yeah. Well, what I thought I'd try and do today, since painting and modelling isn't going to be a thing, is just go over the last year, which was, yeah, I've got my words. So my last year and what I did hobby-wise. So from this time last year, when I received this little thing for my birthday. I got a few other little things too, but this was him, and I know I've given him a name, but I can't think of what it is. So there's the good old Deathkiller Wartrike, and I've only played with him. No, I've never played with him yet. I wanted to. I haven't had much games. The only real games I've played were those Crusade games, and they didn't have this. So that was the first model that I painted this year. And then I think the second one, which I did start a little early because it was 2019's Secret Santa gift, and there is the good old Daka. Weird Boy's in, he's at work, Rivet's on, Drunken's on. I'll have a look. I'll do a roll call a bit later. So this is the wonderful Wazdaka bomb jet. Oh God. Hello. I'm an expert about orcs. I know about orcs and shit. I just can't remember what they're called. So here he is. And of course we for a little bit of a shit and giggles, it looks suspiciously like a pale orc, but it's not. It's mine. You can't have it, pale. You can't have it. It's mine. So that was that. That was loads of fun to paint. It was really good. So yeah, that's what I'm going. Stop that. Who's on? I should say hello to all the peoples. And we'll go through. Essex is on, Scott's on, Drunken's on, Rivers and Daka, Dread, Drunken. And Angus! How are you, mate? Daka Flacka Flame, one of my favourite names. Gear Guts. Gear Guts will be featuring a lot in this live, and that's mainly because these things are, well, if it wasn't for my Patreons, such as Carl, I probably wouldn't be sitting here. I'd probably be sitting outside watching TV and getting all depressed, but I'm not. I'm here being quite happy and looking at orcs and talking orcs and things like that. So now I cannot remember the order of things I did after that. Now I do believe another model I tried my old school. Remember this guy? He was fun. And this is, it's not 6+ Tifos, is it? No, it's not. It's not Crackle. No, it's mine. See, it says so right there. And yeah, just knocking around with a bit of looted stuff. So I should look good on the field when I'm doing all my other army. And yeah, so other things. Speaking of 14, 15 likes, 14, yeah. Or dislike it if you think I'm a load of crap, just say yeah. If you are on, say g'day, that'd be nice. And I am trying to not to, let's see if we can minimise these almonds down a bit. Look, I'm just going to put that over there and sort of worry about that too much. A little bit of a lag, but yeah. And what other things were I doing? So I'm going to talk. I did a few models which I did, which probably won't see the field. So earlier this year, about June, remember I did the challenge about paint me as an orc, and there was a challenge on the 40k orc community in the Discord, which is probably the best orc community there is. And if you don't agree with me, I think those are going to be fighting words. Coffee. How important. Yeah, nice. Oh, the phone's going off. Why is the phone going off? We'll put that there. So that was him. That was this was great. It was a good exercise in sort of mental health, made me thinking about myself. So there I am with my two right hands and me beard and me pink hair. I never did get pink hair. I was going to do that this year, but I never got around to doing it. And black clothes. I'm still got black clothes. And yeah. So there's that. A lot of people saying, turn your outline and stop it from peaking. I'm not quite sure what that means, but let's try that. I'm trying. How's that? A bit better? Alright. No, I'm peaking a little bit too much. There you go. Oh, it's just like being in the radio again, isn't it? Alright, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Okay, that's about right. Alright, sorry about that. Nate. Nate Miniatures. Pokes in. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, so this was something that's not going to see the field because I don't think I'll ever play him. He's a knob. Yeah. We've got so many knobs, got so many knob characters, don't we? Let's not talk about Gorzag. And this little thing, little flying squeak, it was a flying tromper from Mecha Minis. So I tried them out, and not a fair, sort of, their orc heads are okay, but I think there are better orc heads out there. I don't know if I'll be getting his stuff again, but it was fun to play in nice bright colours, and yeah. And then I suppose other things, not much. I tried a lot of hands at all sorts of things this year, especially with the doing this. It really got the creative juices going, and it really made me start thinking about hobby. Watching a lot of YouTubes really got me inspired. So I tried a hand at terrain, and the only real terrain that I've done so much are these scatter pieces. I've tried buildings. I tried buildings in cardboard, and then came to the realization that cardboard and humidity don't actually mix. So now I'm trying plastic, and I haven't really finished those. So here is the really completed building that I have, and yeah. So that's pedal pop sticks, bit of cardboard up the top. So small amounts of cardboard doesn't really, right? And yeah, and a little gear guts goblin there. So that was that, and a lot of scatter terrain, which if you have been watching a lot of my videos, you'll probably have seen a lot because they do feature a bit. So there's my little entrance to Bracky Town. Little sign. There's a beaky up the top that sort of didn't really have a good time coming to Brackstown, did he? So and these things, killing me sprues. Now you would have seen these a lot because I like to put these in my other little showcases. So buildings, brick walls, and this is all sprue, and it's yeah. I'm playing around with a bit more brick walls. I hope to have a building made of brick walls one day, and so you've seen those. And then this is an old truck that I had, which has gone past its use by date, and I think I've put too much paint on it, and yeah, it wasn't a really good job. So to a lot of people's dismay, I scrapped it and made some little bit of terrain, and then more sprue work. And I think I'm going to do two more of these, like these barricade things. I think they're quite fun, and yeah, so that's my little foray at building terrain, which is coming on slowly, which does mean that the battle reports are going to probably be a little bit, it's going to take a while. I'd be very surprised if I see any before, if I do any before June. It's just a little bit of a slow process at the moment. A few little health issues have stopped me from doing a lot of hobbying, and yeah, but that's right. I've got other things I can do. And what else? So all these challenges have been fantastic. It's really got me going. So there was my first attempt at building, well, second attempt at building a vehicle. The other one was that Chinook, which just was shocking. The wrong shape, wrong size, and I had no idea what I was doing. This one I got a little bit better, a little bit closer. I don't know if I'll play it on the field, but I wasn't going to scrap it because it's a first, and it's something I can look back over in time and see where I'm going. But I'll probably be sticking to, when it comes to building buildings as opposed to vehicles at this moment in time. I don't. Yeah, I'll most likely, mainly because I really need to get the board up and running, because I want to play. I really want to play. And the other little, this is my other little scratch build, was part of the Dread challenge, wasn't it? And this little, my flying, killing can of doom for the Grot Rebellion there. And I haven't worked out how I'm going to use him on the field, but he's kind of cool. He'll be part of the Grot Revolution army, which I'm doing. But if I can find, now I know I did. I've got video proof of it. I made some Gretchen Weird Boys earlier in the piece, but do you think I can find the buggers? I have no idea where they are. They've probably gone where my 132 mil bases have gone. I've put them in a safe place too. And you think I can find them? And another little challenge piece, which is coming up. This is this month's the January challenge, which is going to be loads of fun. There's my little squig. Oh, the entries so far are fantastic. They're really good. And I have been sort of editing, making little thumbnails for all the entries at the moment, so that when good old Dread announces who the winner is in a couple of days, I believe he's going to draw on the 1st of February, then we'll know. What's happening in the chat? And volume's fine now. Okay, better. All right. So pokes in, Dreads, unfinished. 2 people dislike this. Do they want to start a war? Well, I did tell people to dislike it. You never know. Look, people's feelings are people's feelings. I'm not too. I don't really care about the like ratio. It's an engagement. An engagement's an engagement. So I've obviously, I've done something to make them feel that way, because really going and pressing a button can be a bit of hard work, can't it? Well, before I forget, there is a February Squid Day videos and social media posts to be done. Yep. Okay, that's another one. Yep. Challenges are great. There is Army Painter. Okay, yep, right. Max is doing some bribes to Dread. We can't do that. No corruption allowed in the 40k orc community, especially if you get caught. Oh, iced coffee, yum. And yeah, so that's all the challenges. Challenges have been good, been great. This one I think is going to be really, really good. What I'm going to have to do tomorrow, so I'm on top of it, I'm going to have to start doing the voiceovers so I can actually get this video really quickly, because I think there was I've got 17 thumbnails already, so it's 17 entries that I've got sorted, and I think a couple more snuck in last night. So we're going to have over 20, which is going to be really huge. So if you're still going to get it in, if you want to do it, get it in. You've only got a couple of days. It's the 28th here, in somewhere over in America land and places. It's all 27th. So you've got 3 or 4 days. What else was I showing? That's right. Let's do the Gear Guts models. I seem to have collected a number of Gear Guts models this year. Not as many as I'd like, but it's slow, it's there, it's getting there. And I've got a couple more on the way. So the first Gear Guts model was this guy, the Dagger Tank. and he is great. I did a few little added extras to him, so yeah, so just so that I can play it as a battle wagon, one of the battle wagon variants, either the one with the rollers or the big shooty things. So they need a couple of big shooters. So I've got 4 big shooters on there. And this little guy here, he's modelled as a stick bomb chucker, just in case you need them. You never know. They could be good with new codex comes out. They're not bad at the moment, but yeah. So I really, really loved this. Painting this. This was fun. A few bit of graffiti. It was loads and loads of fun painting this one, and yeah. So we got some goblin crew up the front there, and they're also gear guts. And then I believe this. Well, I ordered that. This is the first order from OTP Terrain. Now the Australian, they got the Australian license for gear guts, and I believe I was the first person to order. And so this was the first gear guts model that was sent out as a purchase. So yay, firsts! And in it, they gave me this as a little. So, and he's my new Brak, a cyborg body, and I haven't played with him yet, but it doesn't matter. He's really cool, and he's got a little unlucky goblin there, and this is sort of when I discovered that I actually really like painting gear guts models. So I decided to go and get another one, part of their October sales, and so I got myself the Odd Bruiser, and yeah, sort of honing in on the techniques. I tried to do lightning coming out of the fingers, and it sort of worked, and coming out of various places, but it sort of didn't too. And the tattoo there. So you see the blue, playing around with some blue Celtic. And this is, I just love this model. Can you see the head? How well can you see the head? He's got his brains coming out, and there's so it's all gooey, and yeah, it's such fun. And I seem to be going down the comical route because, well, this was a Christmas present from my daughter, the Aussie Beer Keg Commandos. More gear guts. It's a bit like an advertising spot. I want to hit up Kyle for some money. Bring out the orc. Hello to all. Use your face on the sleep. You talking without me again. Anyway, I'll go back and look at that. So here are the Aussie Beer Keg Commandos, and so we've got Vic Orc Bitter, which is modelled on VB. So if anyone knows Australian beers, and then we've got Mork Bitter, which is Melbourne Bitter, which is apparently it's just making a comeback down in the trendy places of Melbourne, and yeah. So, but I actually went for the colours. I tried to go for those big, boldish, primary type colours, even though there's green in there. So we won't talk about that. Primary and Friends, and there's a brand that most people should know, Foster's Lager. It looks like beer, tastes like piss. And here's one that started all out. The beer of my misspent youth, 4 Orcs Bitter. or it's 4-orcs bitter ale, actually, isn't it? This is 4-orcs bitter ale, which is confusing, but yeah, it's the beer we drink around here. Or apparently, Queenslanders wouldn't give a 4X for anything else. Yeah, and that was an ad from the 80s. And here's me, designated driver. And yeah, loads of fun tying in the commandos. So they are my Death Skull commandos. I do have other commandos as well, but they're part of my Blood Axe crew because they're I painted those colours. And yeah, so that's the Gear Guts stuff. I'll be getting more Gear Guts coming soon. This year's Secret Santa got me the real big one. Mech 3, is that the Mark 3, Gear Guts Mark 3? Is that what it's called? Yeah. I'm just going to go back up and have a look. Okay. Poke's message got redacted. Is he saying rude things again? To like this. It's a sick, riveting television. This, isn't it? Riveting stuff. Yeah, great. Yeah. Oh yeah, Poke. Your little squig off the little toad. It is fantastic. Okay, I went too far. Tim's got 3 days to finish his. Yeah, he can do that. Is that a kill tank or a battle wagon? It's more of a battle wagon. It's just too small to be a kill tank. Too small to be a kill tank. Yeah, the tracks on Gear Guts, they always look good. I agree with you, Dread. Man, that's like a gimp orc on chains. Yeah, I suppose it is, isn't it? And yes, Gear Guts is encountered distributors all over the world. So yeah. Hey Tanya, how are you? Gear Guts, yeah, who says that Gear Guts sort is in the States. So the War Mistress is in, and yeah, it's only for the US, unfortunately. Should get scrapjacks. Yes, I will. But what I do have coming up next is the really big, large one. So that was a Secret Santa present, and it's coming to me because they didn't realise the person. Santa is not too bright these days. He sort of didn't realise there could have been a 5 to 8 week. So I should be getting it in the next couple of days. And also what I did is I ordered the beginning of the month because OTP have a 20% off special, which goes till the 31st. I ordered a Mega Grot tank. So I should be expecting to see that sometime between now and the end of the February, because they do take their time. It's they're a small mum and dad sort of business with 32 printers, and I think they sometimes life gets in the way, and yeah, so if it comes, at least I know it's going to come, and I'm doing a video about that a little later. So that's basically it. Playing around with some kit bashing, and so all exciting stuff there. So did some double kill sword knobs because apparently they're OP at the moment, and I really love this guy. The double chain, it just looks like it's going to be dangerous. It doesn't look good at all, and yeah. So a lot of these heads, and here's another There's another one there. So there's those, and then we might remember me specialists, my human specialists that I did. So there's Cookie, and Boom Boy such and such. I've given them all names, but you think I can remember them? It's loads of fun, and these are going to be part of the their blood axes, and an idea I borrowed from Mostly Zen, and yeah, so that was sort of fun, and I'm not quite sure how I'll play him. He'll could go as power claws, I suppose. He could, but yeah, he was these. I'm really enjoying the creativity of this. So there's me flamer Scorcher guy, and he's got a little power claw he's using as a glove, which he stole off another blue beaky. Blue beakies sort of don't really do too well here, do they? And here is the Shiv. Now, the cat knocked him over, and he's lost his sword, and you think I can find it, so I'm going to have to go and make another one. So, yeah. And that's it. That is basically the hobby that I have done for the last year or so. So I'm sort of up to date. Don't have much to do so far. I've got to wait for these things to come in. I've got a couple of knob bikers that I was working on before, so I'll probably do that. But I really want to concentrate on buildings. I've got to concentrate on buildings. Discount is only for the US. Yeah, there is a discount. There is an OTP have a discount currently. So it's good for Australians, but it's if you want to try and work out if you can afford the postage, it might be worth you know. I'm not quite sure. So and orks again, Dave. Excellent. So everyone else, I hope everyone's had a great hobby year. I'm focusing on the positives this year. I know some bad things have happened over the year, but really this is time to focus on the good stuff, the hobby. I'm not quite sure about you, but this is doing the hobby and doing videos is kept me sane. It has really helped me beat off the black dog. So I'm really grateful. I'm sort of resigned. There's not much work out there for me at the moment, so I'm stuck in here. So that's really good. We were just talking about elves, and yeah, so it's been fantastic, guys. I've really enjoying the whole process. The videos have been great. I was going to go through and go through and talk about some of the videos, but because of the OBS, I've got to do a little bit more. I've got to do a bit more practice, don't I? So expect more lives. I am going to try and work it out, get on top of it. Now that you've probably noticed that I'm in a white room. So this is the new studio, and it's going to be my hobby space. It's the third bedroom, and yeah. So I've got some desks here. Got some. Let's have a look. So there's basically another desk behind, and there's me bed, if I need to have a snooze. Yeah, it's also it's going to be the guest room as well. But because we're horrible people and the people don't really like us, we don't usually get guests. So yeah, it can be my hobby room, and yeah, birthday iced coffee. It's the best. And look, I'm not quite sure what else I'm going to talk about. But so look, I want to thank you all for coming and checking out and saying happy birthday, well wishes. I'll probably stop this, and then if you want, we can have a proper discussion over on Discord. So get on over there, and I will. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up because there's a bit rambly, and so yeah, this is just want to do something for my birthday. I won't be doing a January. I won't be doing a monthly February update because 3 days, and I was basically going to do the same stuff. So we won't worry about that. Lots of things have happened in the community. There's some great new content providers out, which we'll talk about at another time. But yeah, look, I am going to take off. I'm going to go. Thank you very much for coming and joining me in this train wreck of a stream. And look, it's just great to know that people like to sort of say well wishes. And that's another thing. So I'm rambling. Old man's brain is in ramble mode full time, and that's one of the best things about this hobby too, is that I have met a lot of like-minded people who I can call friends, and it's just nice to know that there are people out there on the other side of the world that are really good mates, and I haven't really seen face to face. And there are even some that are a little bit closer too. But it's great. It's a fantastic community, and the people you meet that I have met whilst doing this are great. Mostly great. There's more goodies than there are baddies, and I suppose that's that. So thank you all very much. I will see you all later, and yeah, remember, if you are going crumping, you gotta bash early